Welcome, my vigor warriors. Hope you guys are having a good night. I know we've had a few technical problems. I'm not very good at that. I'm getting better with this, but I'm going to try a different way to record this next one. For those who could not hear the other two, the first one I did was talking about how we have a lack of real men out there. And the problem with it is not because of anything except for the fact that a lot of men are wasting their energy and not focusing on their goals and their purpose, and they're focusing on other types of things, and those things have their purposes, but not when they're sucking energy out of you. And we're at a war, my friends. We're at a war. It's for you because you're the prize, and the prize does not lose energy. The battlefield needs strong men, and what I see is I don't see as strong men as I used to, and I think that's the problem. The other video I did was focusing on self-control. And one of the things that was really very important for me in the semen retention journey was the fact that I learned about self-control. And here, guys, and I've been perfect along the way. I've lived 60 years, and I've had a lot of mistakes over the time. But what I can tell you is that every time I lost my control, that was a problem. And it hasn't happened to me as often. In fact, it's almost eliminated, except for a situation here and there. A lot of times because I'm learning how to control the basic energy. And if you learn how to control that sexual energy, and you're able to say no, and you don't really care what people think, then you're on the road to being a strong male, and people will respect you. There's a lot of benefits of that. Now, the third benefit that I was going to go into, and I'm sorry, second benefit I'm going to go into, is talking about increased energy. And I can't tell you, my friends, how much more energy I have now. And even somebody who's older as I am is 60. And I can imagine, if I knew this back when I was 20 and 30 years old, it'd be abundant. But my energy has gone through the roof. I get a lot more things done. I'm able to focus on a lot more stronger types of goals and focuses on my strength and working out and a number of different things because of this. And so the key, guys, in having a lot of power is having that energy. And energy comes in a lot of different ways. And so as you focus on your goals, you're going to need energy to kind of accomplish those goals. And a lot of times, if you're losing your energy, doing kind of crazy things, and not really being on your purpose and your plan, then you're not going to get a lot of goals done. And what ends up happening, as we'll talk about in some other videos, you become more depressed, you get more anxious, and those type of things happen because you're losing your energy. And the bottom line is that you don't want to do that. And so as we focus on the second benefit of having great energy, a boost in energy, being able to kind of focus on trying to look at things and really having that strength of a God, strength of will. And a lot of that is to try to be determined and determination in trying to get your goals achieved. Don't let people stop you in doing that. And I know I had a problem of self-confidence years ago. And I had problems of trying to have too much anxiety and depression at times because I didn't have this one control. And once you're able to control this, you can control all the other types of things. You're not going to be perfect. Heck, I make a lot of mistakes, all the time. But the bottom line is you want to try to go ahead and have that type of strength and energy that you can come out of and focusing on semen retention. So that's why I say again, guys, that semen retention becomes the key in a lot of these type of things. And so as we focus on the first goal was self-control, and now the second goal is increased energy boost. Now, why is that? Well, the research tends to show a lot of different things, but the focus really is looking at testosterone. And there's some studies that I've read that says it does increase it, some it doesn't. I just know in my case, in my situation, I have an increased level of focusing on energy and getting those things done that I didn't do before. And there's a lot of other benefits we'll talk about. Your sleep is better, many different things we'll talk about. But I want to kind of separate these out a little bit because the key in trying to accomplish things is focusing on your energy and try to make sure your energy is something that you can use to accomplish the goals on a battlefield. So if you're on a battlefield of life and you're trying to figure out how to get these things done, energy is the key. And so as you look at those type of things, keep focusing on energy. And so self-control, energy are two key things when it comes to it. Now, every session that I do here, I'm going to try to continue to build on this. And if you have questions, please, feel free. I've had a lot of good questions and talking about different things, and that's kind of why I'm switching a little bit, because my microphone wasn't working well on the computer that I went to, and so I'm trying to use a different method this time. And so please let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Please let me know if it comes in loud and clear, and we'll be in pretty good shape. So to wrap it up, make sure you realize that another benefit of semen retention, and I'm on Dave, I think it's 434 now, I'm sorry, 435. The key is going to be to focus on getting the benefits and continuing that battle. Don't let anybody change you on the way you're moving into your purpose and the goals you're achieving. And that may be just things like hobbies, or if you're trying to figure out how to make money. All these things become benefits, because now all the energy you're wasting doing those type of things that we've talked about, you're not focusing on those goals. And the power and the strength that you have is almost like the strength of a god. And as you do this longer and longer, I just saw a video. One of the people I like is shout out to Nature's Underground. Some of the people are wonderful on these type of things, that talk about these type of things, but they're going long streaks. And you can just look at the difference in them. You can kind of hear it in their voice. And I had one of the great listeners was talking about that. The voice, you can hear in the voice that the person is strong in character. So my friends, battle on, continue this journey. And even if you relapse, and even if you're edging and doing things that are kind of not focusing, remember, you always have a second chance to continue doing this. And as you build a habit, you're building habit. And I'll go through some of the stuff. And the first year that I did this it's been difficult. So there's been a lot of temptations, different things going back and forth for me. But I did manage to get to this point. And so I'm going to continue working with this and continue to be strong. And it's gotten better in the second year. And I think I saw a video on that as well. Someone said, is it better in the second year? And I think that person's right. All right, so in summary, guys, continue your journey. Continue focusing on your goals. Focus on using this energy in ways that's going to master yourself, and being able to control the environment around you so that you feel successful and happy, and you will become more successful and happy. Battle on, my friends, and we'll see you next time.